Beers and bets. Beers and bets. Beers and bets.
Now I'm back in the place.
Beers and bets.
All right. We're back, y'all.
Now.
We're here for part 2 of the Week 11 preview. Before we get back to NFL picks, though, you guys want to talk some baseball. The MVP award was announced for the NL and AL. So I don't even know who won both MVP awards. So fill me in.
Well, who do you think?
A real shocker.
Who do you think won in the AL, Radzon? Who would be your guesses?
I mean, the Judge broke the single season home run record. Aaron Judge.
That is correct. And I want to look into some things here because we don't do as much baseball watching or like research nearly as we should.
I sure don't.
Here, I'll admit I was out of the loop a lot of the time because the Red Sox were done in like May. And but I wanted to look up because I feel like that is highway robbery of Shohei Ohtani, dude. Like I feel like
just because the pitching side of it.
Yeah, man. I where does he rank in terms of like pitching this year, Brad? Like, do you know any like how did he do? I feel like he had. Here, I'm looking up now because it's just hard to like.
He did miss a little time, and I don't know
how many home runs did Ohtani hit. Like 30, 40? How many did he hit?
Oh, he had 34 this year.
Yes, I think if he gets up to
he hit
45 range.
He hit 273. Yeah, I mean, his slugging was 519. OPS was 875. Like
Judge had him beat on
but you know how they go to
wins above replacement now, and I think Judge had him beat by almost 2 full runs.
In WAR?
In terms of WAR, yeah. Judge was the only player to be above 10 this year. He was 11.4. Ohtani was next at 9.5. Because and they factored in his pitching. So here's how they factored. They gave him 3.8 as it all reset on me. 3.8 as a hitter and like 5.8 as a pitcher.
Okay. I think it's fair they gave it to Judge.
Man, he's on a bad team. He went 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA. Like,
and hit 34 homers.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, if Judge doesn't play for the Yankees and he doesn't break the fake home run record, the non-steroid home run record, it's still Barry Bonds' record in my personal record book.
Overshined. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I'm not an idiot. I get that's a big record, but yeah, to me, that record isn't that important because he didn't beat everyone's trying to.
It seems to be a real big on the East Coast.
The Yankees, Yankees, because it was a Yankee, and everyone wanted to make the huge. They all thought it was their year. They started off like the greatest team ever, all this hype, and they crashed worse than man. But dude, you look at that shit. I wanted to know, his record in 15-9 with a 2.33 ERA. That
a crap team that doesn't score any runs.
A shitty team, 166 innings pitched. Like that's the most of his career. It looks like so far. Or no, that's not. I am wrong. What year? Okay, I might be wrong on that one.
Ohtani's going to get an MVP though. This year, Judge just edged him out because it's the Yankees and because he broke a record.
I hear you. I just wanted to make an argument for why, because I didn't know.
The season was just so insane, too. I mean, nobody's had a season like that in since steroid era kind of shit.
Brad,
especially when you look at Goldschmidt in the NL, he led in slugging, OPS, all this. He ended with like 35 homers and 115 RBIs.
Aren't you guys going to ask me who won the NL MVP?
Didn't we tell
Goldschmidt, right?
Yeah. Good job. Good call, man. Fuck, genius.
NL was
Brad, sorry.
Closer. No, NL was a little closer with Goldie, Arenado, and Machado. Because Machado actually had the highest wins above replacement of the three of them, but Goldschmidt just want to crushed.
Before to get back, you said like no one's had a season like we saw from Judge. We've never seen a season like we're seeing every year from Ohtani, man. It's incredible. They are wasting talent away and numbers over there in LA. They did it.
Oh, yeah.
Pujols, Trout, now Ohtani. And talk about something we've never seen in a season. No one's ever done that for a day. He's doing that. It's
one
incredible.
more year on that contract, and he can go wherever he wants. And I hope. And
where do you want to see him go? I'm thinking Seattle, just because the Ichiro thing. He's Asian. I know I sound racist.
I see him in New York.
Yeah, we got Matsuzaka, man. We had Matsuzaka. We could, you know what I mean. We could pull some. We had some.
I just don't see that ownership
Yankees had Hideki.
Pay money at the moment. Yeah. I don't see that changing within a year. The Yankees, I think, are going to throw crazy cash at him.
I would like to see it.
I really think the Mets could too. But you are correct. Do you think
people in like Japan though even know like New York? Like, would they know about that? Like that's a place?
Yeah. New York City, yes.
I'm kidding, man.
Just a little bit.
Do you know where Tokyo is?
No, he's never gonna. He's never. Yeah. Oh, don't come on. Don't even ask him to tell you where China is.
Yeah, we're not gonna play that fucking game. But we can play some Wordle.
We might in a little.
The city Tokyo, is it in China or Japan?
Ooh, that's
a toughie.
That's fucking tricky, dude. Let's just move on. Are you fucking with me? I don't. Let's move on.
You tell us.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on baseball? Did we give Goldschmidt enough love for the season he had? I know the Cardinals fizzled out in the playoffs, but
so did the Yankees.
For how old he is, he's 35 this season.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's the fourth oldest MVP ever.
He had an incredible year, man. I think he finally felt the vibe
fizzled,
of St.
and
Louis,
I think he got hurt though too at the end.
Yeah, that though. Yeah,
I saw some
documented, or is it?
Well, I saw some crazy stat that Goldschmidt is only like the third first baseman of all time to win 3 or 4 Silver Sluggers. It's like him, Pujols, and I don't remember the third first baseman that was thrown in that mix.
Kent. I don't know.
Maybe Frank Thomas.
I
don't think it was him.
Okay,
but
anyways, I haven't heard the line.
Yeah. It hasn't been done many times. Maybe.
Maybe, just maybe. Bring up a cool stat. Like
he's just such a difference maker defensively.
That brings up a really cool stat and doesn't have the other guy.
Dude, let me get research.
Like he's about to get up and hit you with the haymaker. And then
yeah.
I got to figure out how to spell Goldschmidt.
And now, even if we get it right, now we're like up in here. You know, we're never making it back to that point again. I think, and Jimmy, you watch a decent amount of Cardinal games. I think Goldschmidt's defense.
Is it in Japan?
Tokyo?
Yeah. Is it
correct.
in China? Okay. Beijing's in Japan.
China. Right? You said in China, right?
Todd Helton was the name I was missing.
Damn it. I said Paul Konerko, and damn it, I was thinking Helton too. Fuck. Konerko played third.
Yeah.
I said Jim Tomei and fucking, oh, man.
That would have been a good trivia question. I should have saved that. Damn.
Yep.
I might be able to still ask it and slide it by you.
Or even just knowing the stat right off the bat.
I would put it past us.
There's 3 names that did something really cool. You're like, oh, yeah, I'll write those 2 down. Fuck the other. They're not going to. And then I'm going to bring it up.
End up going with Paul Konerko again. Paul Konerko.
Hey,
Jim Tomei.
He probably played first.
Tokyo, China.
Can we get to some football?
Yeah,
we can
do it.
Ready for some football? All right.
Yes.
Let's open it up with lock of the week. So these are picks that just cannot lose. Can I lead off with this one? I got a good parlay.
Go crazy.
I had a good parlay here. This is actually a modest parlay in my terms. Okay. It's Brad, your Ravens beat the Panthers. That's a check mark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield's playing. You got to bet against Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
All right. So the Ravens are a check mark. The Bengals beat the Steelers. I might get a little bit of pushback on that one. That game is in Pittsburgh.
Is Jamar Chase back?
No
Jamar Chase, but it's also
Minka Fitzpatrick and TJ Watt back though.
It's fucking Joey Burrow, man. It's Joey Burrows.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. I can see both sides of the coin because when they played last time, T. Higgins was out. So it was just Jamar and Boyd. And Chase, if I remember right, had like 10 catches for $160, and Boyd had like whatever and a touchdown. So we've seen that they can do it with just 2. I don't know, with Mixon coming off that, what was it, 4 or 5 touchdowns, right?
Right.
Yeah. I played him that week.
That's why I kept that game off my list entirely. Just with division game, it's hard to gauge that one.
Well,
I'd steer clear.
all right, I got the Bengals beating the Steelers, and then I got the Vikings beating the Cowboys. And you get plus 300 on this. 3-team parlay, plus 300.
For those odds, it's not bad. I do worry about that middle one, I would say.
Okay.
But other than that, yeah, that's not bad.
Well, let me ask you then what odds you would get. Do you have it handy?
Plus 300 on that 3-team money line parlay.
Because I have a 2-team one that I think's pretty.
Yeah, I can get both out.
And usually I hate parlays, but I agree. Baltimore. I'm actually I would take the 13. I think they're going to cover.
Just take Baltimore at minus 13.
Yeah, and then the Giants and the points. I think you'd probably have the same odds.
Okay, Baltimore covers the minus 13,
and the Giants
cover the 3 against Detroit.
Yeah,
where's that game here?
In New York.
Let's see.
Oh, on the
the Giants cover the 3. So that parlay, Brad, will net you plus 264. So it's close to what I lined up, and maybe is a little bit safer. The punter looks like he's about to step in the end, like out of the end zone. No, okay.
But did he get out? Because he threw
I wasn't watching real close.
If the ball is on the line of the end zone, so that should be a safety because it was intentional grounding, and then he would technically be in the end zone, right?
If it was a safety, well, the ball has to be all the way in the end zone. So maybe it was a deal like that. I missed the play.
Is that true? So if you're leaving the end zone, the ball has to be complete. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Yeah. But all right, yeah, because it was like over it. He was. I was
hoping they'd show it again. They never did.
Yeah, but
they got the punt off
right on the.
So it is no safety, but we're still watching this Packers Titans Thursday night game live for people who are listening a day or two later. But yeah, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Probably good for practicing, man.
Lunch is canceled due to lack of effort.
Though, man. Deal with it.
But yeah, which one of those do you like better? Taking the points in my 2-team or taking your 3-team?
It's got to be a money line parlay.
Yeah.
It's always, I got to have at least 2 or 3 money line parlays.
Yeah, I don't mind yours, Brad, but yeah, I agree. 13 is just a lot in an NFL game. And I know that the Ravens should be good. And I trust them probably a lot, right up there with the best. But yeah, that just 13 just scares. And a parlay, that's a lot to be, worried about.
I think I'd hold off on that until Sunday, but because I think that line is also with people assuming Gus Edwards plays and Mark Andrews plays.
Yeah, what about Mark Andrews?
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask.
If they're ruled out and all of a sudden that line gets down to about 7.5, I would take that with those guys out.
It won't move that much. It might move down to 11 or something like that.
I don't know. I could see people hedging, trying to hammer
after the injury report comes out Sunday morning.
Right.
Who knows? Yeah. What about your lock of the week?
Yeah,
Brad, are you going to make that parlay your lock, or do you have something else down there?
Yeah, I'm gonna make that my lock.
Okay, Ravens minus 13. Jimmy, what about you?
I'm gonna go Niners in the over. Parlay the money line.
Niners money line against the Cardinals.
Yep, and the over. Yeah.
What is that over? Do we have that?
43.5, man. That is pretty low for that fucking game, I would think. Like Hopkins, yeah.
That's the Monday night football game.
The only thing you're kind of fingers crossed about is Kyler plays with that hamstring.
Yeah, I mean but
they played well with Colt too, so
yeah.
They're showing John Madden cutting up the fucking turducken with his hand. He uses his hand as the fucking saw to open up the turkey on Thanksgiving. I gotta turn
this bad boy on, baby. Yeah,
right down. That is excellent.
And boom!
I miss that guy so much.
Oh yeah!
He just wanted to get him.
Yeah,
dude.
We could go best commentators of all time if we do one of our drafts, and John Madden's going number 1, no matter who gets the first overall pick.
Pat Summerall was pretty good though too. That would be a fun one. That would actually be a good. We could
either take combos or just solo.
Yeah, but I think it would be easy. I don't think there's as many combos that we could remember. I think one guy, because you could even talk about your boy just for personal reasons, Stockton or whatever that. always would fuck.
Yeah,
up.
just for the mistakes. He
like,
says a receiver on the other team when your team gets a first down.
Yeah, and then the one dude that did the
Jameis Winston play.
No, that one, but no, the fucking when we were watching it, and like we were at your place in like fucking middle school, man, and the dude said, "Well, there needs to be a flag thrown on this play," when he interrupted the guy. You remember that? No, are you kidding?
Kind of like it's very, very vague.
Oh my, okay.
Like he was just like losing his mind. Like there needs to be a flag thrown on this.
Yeah, he
play.
interrupted whoever else with 2 other comments. It was when it was like a shitty Monday night. Like it was like something Patrick, I think, and he was just a nerdy guy. And he said, like, hold on a second, though. There needs to be a flag thrown on this play in like the middle of 2 other people. Dude, yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Oh,
okay.
All right.
No, that's all right. It does sound familiar. I just can't pinpoint the game and who the guy was.
I have to look that. Yeah,
all
I
right.
could find that, man.
So locks of the week, you parlay those all together. There's no way all of them hit. My dog of the week is usually more likely to hit than my lock of the week. Come to find out. But let's get on to the dirty dogs. Jimmy, you get us started here. Underdog, who you like? There's some tasty ones out there this week.
Yeah, I know, and I gave you shit for it earlier. But you got to roll with it, right?
Who we got?
Scored!
The Vikings. The simple one. The fishy line.
Yeah, buddy. Little stuttering John and the Skull. Yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah. No, but I think that's an easy. I mean, anyone that could hit that bet that why not go on and put
get that in now.
$20 on that right now.
Yeah.
Right. Like it.
That line will move to close to even.
You're right. I'm doing that right fucking now because that is.
If you're gonna bet the Vikings, bet it before Sunday.
Yeah,
is the play. Yeah. If you're looking at player props too, I would be sure. I bet Thielen
now
hits over all of his player props this week with Diggs on Jefferson every play.
Not a bad call.
I really think Thielen could be a sneaky play this week.
What about some KJ Osborne? I mean, those props
I think he's questionable to play still.
Oh, okay.
No, maybe he's back. I don't know. He hasn't really played. He hasn't done anything. I'd probably go Hawkinson.
Yeah, that's another good one. Okay. Brad, your dog of the week? I know we're all on Minnesota.
Yeah,
I should have probably stayed away.
Yeah,
I even gave,
I love
gave
that
you
one.
Shit for that, but then I went with
give me the Jets.
The Jets beat the Pats. I like it.
That.
I don't even want the points. I'll go money line. Give me the cash.
Damn, dude. Now we're looking. There's a good parlay in the making there because if you take them and the Patriots or the Vikings and Patriots, dude. That's not or the Vikings and Jets.
You parlay the Jets and the Vikings.
Yeah, I like that a lot too.
Okay, maybe we're building one here. Who do you have?
Saying, dude,
I'm taking notes here that I'll look at Sunday morning. Underdog parlay, Jets, Vikings. Okay, I got an underdog parlay that doesn't include either of those teams. I got the Bears beating the Vikings. I feel good about that. I think Justin Fields can outrun Marcus Mariota. And then I got the Raiders to beat your Broncos, Jimmy.
Yeah, well, you're dumb.
Which the Broncos aren't going to beat anybody convincingly. So at least I'm going to have a puncher's chance in that one.
I like Bears over Falcons. I wouldn't touch that Raiders Broncos, though.
Broncos are going to win.
The Broncos aren't going to score more than 17 points.
Right.
So there's going to be a puncher's chance,
well,
man.
Then take the under. But both teams are literally fighting for their life at this point because either one of them takes another loss, the season is done.
But one of them gets a win, and
that's exactly my point.
Right.
So this is
I don't know. In the AFC, they might both be toast, man.
All right.
You see how many 6-win teams there are in the AFC.
You better watch your tone right now, all right? You watch your tone.
Yeah.
Because if there's that many 6 minutes, there can't be that many of them. So that means there's a lot of middle ground people, too.
Yeah, well,
Jimmy,
especially
maybe it's just not your year.
Let me tell you, it's not. It's definitely not. Maybe.
The Red Sox suck. The Broncos don't look good.
Villanova
Your fantasy team isn't going great.
But think about it this way. The Chiefs win Sunday night. That puts
not going to happen, though.
It is going to happen. We'll put that aside. This is
Justin Herbert. He's going to come out big.
That would put the Chargers to 5-5.
Hey,
Broncos win. They're at 4-6.
They'd be one game behind the Chargers.
Vikings.
You know, the AFC North. Bengals are 5-4. Steelers are 3-6. Ravens are 6-3. Nobody has a great record outside of those few top teams. Even
told you.
But what about all the teams in the AFC East?
There's 4 teams in the AFC with a 6-3 record.
I think that AFC East is about to plummet, man. I not plummet, but I don't think it. I think the Jets might take some L's, man. I'm betting on them this week.
You just put them in an underdog.
I like them this week.
But they're playing the fucking another AFC East team. Dude.
I do like them this week.
So that's a loss. Like one of them's going to.
I think they're a good team. I think they're a well-coached team, and I think, yeah.
But that is plus 450 or like 450.
But like right now, the Commanders, I think, would probably be in at 5-5.
20.
They're going to fit.
The NFC is a different story, though, Brad, because there's not as many 6-3 teams.
The AFC is going to, especially if like the Steelers beat the Bengals, that really is going to. There's too much season to go yet. That's true.
But I am really close to just counting the Broncos and the Raiders out. It's been that bad. It's been that bad for both.
This is the week, right? So we agree on that, though. This
loser leaves town for sure. The loser of that game is toast. Not a chance at the playoffs.
I don't know.
Jimmy, whatever pregame rituals you got, bring them all out. Get Dante on the right spot on the couch. Get your favorite alcoholic beverage ready. That's a noon game, right? That Raiders Broncos.
I doubt it. No, that'll probably be a 3:00 game. I would have to.
Yeah, it's at 3:00.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, something to look forward to.
Hey, you better. Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Yeah,
I might pop on the headset to talk it out with you if they go bad.
Man. Yeah, no, you'll be.
I'll wait until the Raiders get up by 10 or 14 points.
Of course.
We know how you. Yeah, that doesn't.
I don't want to talk to you if it's going your way.
Yeah,
that's just how I am.
I know.
Why would you do that?
Haven't missed a podcast this year yet for football season with my fantasy team. Last year it was like trying to find Waldo, getting him on here, man. Fucking yeah. Now he's like, hey, when are we podcasting tonight? Last year it was like, hey, where's Matt? Is he still down? He's like, no, fuck that, I'm good. Like now, man, it's fucking motherfucker. Man.
Yeah. Well, I didn't.
You still have
a lot going on.
Check down than Kyle though, so it's all good.
Yeah. We should get Kyle back on for a podcast before the season ends.
I think his phone broke though, so he's hard. I'll have to.
Yeah, is that how he was recording on his phone?
No, that's how he communicated. Well, never mind.
Okay, just getting a hold of him in general is tough.
I do have though. There's there's a bird that flies around. I was gonna put a little note.
A pigeon. Send him a pigeon.
Yeah,
it's Christmas time. Marv, that's something Marv from Home Alone would do.
Remember in part 1 of the podcast,
note on a pigeon.
There'd probably only be like a 2-day flight, to get down.
We don't got to describe where he lives. Let's keep that private.
Everyone all our viewers know where South County is.
You never know, man.
Dude, he's
love a Netflix documentary about the Beers and Bets fucking murders.
People are buried in the damn basin. Hey, dude, when you said smells fishy though, when fucking Marv, it's freedom.
They're hiding in the fucking fish truck. What's that smell?
It's freedom. No, it's fish.
It's fish, Marv.
It's freedom.
They're hiding in a fucking raw fish truck.
He walks away, and then Pesci goes, Marv says, and it's fish. Yeah, he's like mad about it.
Yes, Marv. Why did he not be a lasting actor? I need to dig into why he didn't. I know he had that role in The Rookie, that baseball
Rookie
movie,
of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
I'm sure he was not in money, dude. He is one.
Because he demanded decent money, right? Wasn't that the issue why he didn't get cast at first?
No, they wanted to cast somebody else at first, and they had someone, and I think that person wanted money. I think that was it. And then
he was the cheap guy.
Well, no, then they met him, and they watched his audition, and they were like, "Fuck, we can't. We already have this person, but this guy is who we wanted the whole time, and we can't." we can't not have him. So they went with him, and he felt bad. He was like, I felt because he, you knew you cost that dude a job.
Yeah, but then he just lit it up. I mean, he deserved the role. He proved
and his fish.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to some fantasy football talk.
Wow, what a hole!
Yeah. What a hole! There's so many good lines, dude. It's incredible.
Dude.
But we might need to break out another holiday or Christmas movie draft. I know we did it years ago.
I think we just gotta throw questions from the movies like that we all picked, except for your weird ass fucking Hanukkah shit.
Hanukkah Disney Channel basketball movie where they all fucking wear what do you call the things?
Yarmulke. Hanukkah is
still the most questionable pick in any of our snake drafts ever.
Questionable.
I don't even know why I picked it.
Had you ever even seen it?
I mean, I saw it as a kid. It's kind of memorable because it's this black basketball coach coaching this team
we
full
know.
of Jewish
Hold on.
characters. It's funny.
We already wasted enough time with it the first time.
We just got to.
I don't even remember what it's called.
Yeah, I bet.
The dreidel on the court.
You never watched it.
The dreidel on the court. We'll go with that as the title.
Top 5 movies of Christmas movies. I don't even remember the name, dude. I don't remember what I was gonna say.
All right. Well, fantasy football. Let's get back on track to some football. But fantasy player of the week. I'll take this one first.
We just gotta mix in what we're doing with trivia. Mixed in during trivia, do Christmas trivia questions.
Some Christmas questions.
Right.
Christmas
about
movies.
the movies we watched. Yeah, that would be the way to do it. I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna find a few questions from that one.
Okay. Right, dude. I'm gonna watch it 30 times, man. Which dreidel hit the door
through that?
Which dreidel hit the door?
We shouldn't have brought it up.
What was the number of that center that knocked the yarmulke?
How many carrots do you have to light, or whatever the fuck they do with the
dreidels?
I gotta look up the actual title.
The menorah,
of this movie.
right?
Yeah, the
menorah.
The candles or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it carrots or can? I think it's candles.
Candles.
I don't know why.
Full Court Miracle. That's the one.
What'd you call it? Dreidels on the court.
Dreidel on the court. I had one of the words right.
one for 3. It's in baseball.
I just remember Jewish kids playing basketball with a black coach. That's all I remember. I liked the movie when I was a kid. Haven't seen it in 20 plus years.
How did that movie resonate with you?
I ran out of Christmas movies, man. I wanted to accommodate to the people that don't celebrate, Christmas. You're not allowed to say the Jews, the Jewish people.
You said it.
I said you're not allowed to say it.
You just said it, though.
You threw in a Jewish term with just a red. You threw it together with basketball. That's a great on the court.
Well, shit. Let's get back on track to some fantasy football on Sunday. Fantasy player of the week. I mentioned this guy before. Los Angeles Charger wide receiver Mike Williams. He owns the Chiefs. He's coming back from injury. He's going to come back in a big way. Mike Williams owns the Chiefs again. Scores at least 2 touchdowns. Sunday Night Football. I know we went off track. We went off the rails, but what can you do?
I like it.
You gotta love Mike Williams against the Chiefs.
Gotta love it.
You got any Jewish players we can throw in as fantasy player of the week?
We got probably some owners. What is it? What are we doing?
I went Mike Williams as my fantasy player of the week.
Yeah,
you need to pick somebody.
I like that one.
We're looking for a big breaking game for
Christian
a fantasy
McCaffrey.
player. Niners on Monday Night Football.
McCaffrey goes off, man. Yeah, I think like we talked about that, but yeah, I think they're due for. They're going to spin a couple dreidels down the court.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
potentially Jewish. He's got Jewish relatives, I'm sure.
He's white.
He's white. All right. Brad, get us back on the right track.
All right, I got you.
All right.
We're really staying with the fucking names though. Here.
We got 5 minutes left to get through here.
Jonathan Taylor, he's definitely not Jewish.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Okay.
But since that big draft pick that the Eagles have, Jordan Davis, who's also not Jewish, He's
Okay.
like, who was like 6'6", 350, whatever, the draft pick.
Yeah, the guy from Georgia. Yeah.
Since he's been out, those 3 games since he's been out, Philly's defense is averaging against what they're giving up is 35 carries, 155 yards, and a touchdown. I think Jonathan Taylor goes nuts.
All right. I do like it. But it brings up, I like that you brought him up as your fantasy player of the week because did you see who the Eagles signed? They signed the Ndamukong Suh.
Oh, Donkey Kong.
They signed.
He's not Jewish either.
Donkey Kong. Oh gosh! All right.
You never heard that's his nickname.
Hey, what up?
I'm just already about to lose it, so I can't even keep my composure on something like that. Edibles kicked in.
Had he been in the league, dude? Had he been?
No. Sue was the Bucks didn't re-sign him. They didn't have cap space. The Eagles need a run stuffer, so they signed Ndamukong Suh.
Oh, the Eagles got him.
Oh, the Eagles got him.
Yeah, the Eagles got Suh.
The Eagles signed Linval Joseph too.
So 2 big fuckers. Damn.
That is
again. You put him. I don't know how. This is an Eagles defense that gave up 152 to the commies.
Yeah, and with Suh just getting signed, who knows how many snaps he's going to be in there.
Right.
So I still don't mind the pick.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Let's go to our favorite. We got a few minutes left. First red zone touchdown. We've still never hit one of these bets in our lives.
I got it this week.
When you turn on the games at noon, you're watching red zone, the first player to cross the goal line. It's always some obscure fullback or tight end that you've never heard of. So we can never hit the player for first red zone touchdown. I always go against the shitty defense. That's my strategy.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
So I took a New York Giants player. And I didn't want to go with the obvious Saquon Barkley, so I went Darius Slayton.
He was one of my 2 picks.
Really? You had Slayton too? Maybe that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's weird because I got Saquon Barkley.
Okay, so we're rolling with the Giants.
I had Slayton. He's been the leading receiver the last few weeks for him.
Let's just pick a third Giant player, and maybe we can scrape out
the quarterback
a pick here. Danny Dimes.
Yeah.
Danny Dimes rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we just call it there now that we've all caught our breath?
Dude, that was the
play
funniest.
some PlayStation.
That was man. That was the hardest I've ever laughed. I hope people. Oh my god! When
make it this far. Yeah,
Dreidel on the court, dude.
Would have been a better title, I'd argue.
But where did that come from?
Well, I told you I was putting all the pieces together, man. What the movie's about.
It'll never. Yeah.
I feel like you know nothing about the movie. You just know basketball and Jewish.
I remember what the actor and the coaches looked like. I remember what the players and the coach looked like.
Brett, but if you,
I'm going to watch that this weekend. I'm going to watch it.
I bet you don't make it through it.
If you met the actor,
probably not.
You.
Dude, if you walked up to the actor, though, like the main character or whatever, and you're like, yeah, you Dreidel on the court.
No, I would recognize him.
No, but if you walked up and had, like, you
were that guy in the Disney Channel movie, Dreidel on the court. Like, whoa, wait, yeah, you're probably right. It would be I'd be embarrassed.
That's great.
I mean, he probably would be too, being like, "Fuck, that was a rough one. That was a rough part."
You both would be talking about the same thing.
You would know what you were talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the title's good enough that he'd know the movie, right?
Just be like, this ate up son of a bitch. Yeah, that's me. What, do you want an autograph? You just gotta crack a joke, you smart ass.
Yeah. All right. Let's call it quits.
I hate that we, got off. Yeah, I guess
it's good stuff, man. It's all fun and games.
That was funny.
Let's go Giants for that first red zone touchdown, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go New York Football Giants.
Cheers.
Right. Cheers, y'all.
Yeah, beers and bets.